Alright, here we go. Two burly boys played Pokemon in their youth. One had to grow up, the other stayed true. Now the large grown-up child can name all of them, but the other guy probably 510. Now what can they do? Why don't they review? Now I'll talk about them till we die.
Die?
Welcome, everybody. I'm Joachim.
And I'm Frank.
And this is your Certified Poke-Moment, where we feature and talk about one Pokemon evolution line every week.
And today's featured Pokemon is Scyther.
Oh,
Yo.
okay.
Oh,
a cool
nice.
Gen 1 Pokemon.
Yeah, it's about time. And Gen 2. And Gen, I think Kleavor's technically 8? And 6 because of Mega Scizor. Oh my
gosh. Scyther has a lot of love.
Scyther did get a lot of love, which I can understand why. I think Scyther is a pretty cool Pokemon. I definitely think Scizor is an improvement, but I like Scyther well enough.
I always thought it was kind of weird between Scyther and Scizor how its head shape changes.
I don't disagree. I kind of disagree. Its head shape doesn't change that much. There's Scyther.
Yeah.
Keep that in your mind. Keep
Like
that
a
in your
wolf
brain.
thing?
Not a wolf. And it's still got the 3 spikes coming out the back. It's just a steel type now, so it's sleeker.
Okay.
It's not as like organic. My only thing with Scyther is ironically the scythe hands. I feel like that's just incredibly impractical. And it's not the only Pokemon from Gen 1 with scythe hands. Kabutops also has scythe hands.
Oh, yeah, it does look a lot like, in that way, Kabutops.
Yeah. I don't know. It's cool in theory, but in practice, I feel like maybe the scythes should have been able to, like, shoot out of it or something. Almost like Wolverine claws, but not like claws coming out of the fist. Kind of like coming out from, like, I don't know, it's just hard to explain without me showing visuals. Like the forearm, like they can like fold out of the forearm or something.
Yeah,
now
but
it has scythes.
I feel like bugs don't really have like grabbies a lot of the times. They just sort of have pokies.
But this is a Pokemon.
Like a bug dinosaur.
Yeah. I don't know what it's based off of, but like which
it's
bug
type, right?
But it is. Yeah, it's bug flying, which is very boring. So I'm very glad it got its evolutions.
Yeah. It's Bug Steel, right?
Bug Steel with Scizor and Bug Rock with Kleavor.
Yeah.
But speaking of Scyther, let's talk a bit more about it. Like I've been saying, it is in fact a bug flying type, and it is known as the Mantis Pokemon. And its cry sounds like this.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. It's like a blah.
Yeah.
We looked up right after we listened to it. You guys don't know this. You didn't hear this. But we looked up the Gen 1 cry, and it's just a very generic Gen 1 cry.
They definitely updated it to make it more organic, like they did with a lot of early Gen cries.
I wonder when they would have done that.
Gen 6, I think?
Gen 6?
I think
just
it was
Scyther?
Gen 6.
Do you think it's because it got a mega?
No, they did it to a lot of early Gen Pokemon. Like, I know Venusaur got an updated cry. It sounds a lot better. Charizard definitely did. Because Charizard and, like, Ponyta or something were, like, extremely similar in a lot of other Gen 1s.
Ponyta?
I think so.
Wow.
I could be misremembering, like I did last week with Seaking and Butterfree. It was actually Caterpie that have a very similar cry.
Caterpie and Goldeen.
Goldeen was a Seaking.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah, you know. It's what it is.
But yeah.
Alright, if you want your Scyther to evolve into Scizor, you have to trade it while holding the metal coat. Convoluted. I to this day still don't like trade evolutions.
Yeah, no.
But it is what it is. It is now Bug Steel and is known as the Pinsir Pokemon. Okay. Not to be confused with the Pokemon Pinsir.
Pinsir.
And its cry sounds like this.
Interesting that they updated Scyther, but not Scizor.
Yeah, Scizor doesn't sound to me like it's been updated, but whatever. And of course, Scizor can Mega Evolve, and since we play the Mega Evolve cries, it sounds like this.
Same cry with some reverb.
Yep. More on Mega Scizor later. For now, we're going to talk about Scyther's other evolution, Kleavor. Kleavor is a bug rock type and is known as the Axe Pokemon. And its cry sounds like this. Huh.
That's like a much more harsh version of Scythers?
Yeah, it's like the same beat, rhythm, whatever you want to call it, but like
more metallic,
more
almost?
rocky and metallic. Yeah. How interesting. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Do you think they updated them at the same time? Like, do you think they updated it for that? I don't know.
I have no idea when updates would have happened. Kleavor, I remember when Kleavor was first announced, I was like, oh, he's going to have a split evolution now? Okay, whatever. I wasn't crazy on the design, and like I was just complaining about with Scyther's scythe hands, the giant axe hands on Kleavor just...
Are really impractical.
Yeah,
like,
they just don't do it for me. They really just don't. He can't pick up food to eat or anything. At least with Scyther, he can kind of use his scythes as like a...
But what happens if he like? What if he just leans forward and eats? Why does like a like a bug?
I guess, yeah.
Not everything needs grabby hands.
I know, and I'm not saying Kleavor shouldn't have giant axe hands. To me, it's just a little too much. I think it's a step too far. Let's go ahead and do some Pokedex entries. I'm going to have to go to Bulbapedia for this Gen 1 Pokedex entry, like I always have to. And then probably also for Gen 2. I don't think Cerebi has Pokedex entries for Gen 1 or 2. All right, Jokum. Here you go. Do you want to do Scyther? I'll do Scizor, then you'll do Kleavor?
Sure.
Is this our first Hisuian evolution?
No, Twink.
Yeah,
Twink,
we did Sneasler.
Sneasler, yeah.
Yep, you're right.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna.
Scyther?
Yeah.
Scyther?
I know. I was gonna ask, should I do red and blue? Of course, I'm gonna do red and blue.
Yeah.
Red and blue. With ninja-like agility and speed, it can create the illusion that there is more than one. So
Okay.
I guess that's back when their double team was like a more of a thing.
Yeah, it can use like ninjutsu.
Yellow leaps out of tall grass and slices prey with its scythes. The movement looks like that of a ninja.
Yeah.
Stadium moves incredibly quickly and shreds its enemy with its razor-sharp scythes. On rare occasions, it flies with its wings. Rare occasions. And it's still its type.
Yeah.
Gold. It slashes through grass with its sharp scythes, moving too fast for the human eye to track. Cool. Silver. When it moves, it leaves only a blur. If it hides in grass, its protective colors make it invisible. Okay.
Go ahead and read its Legends Arceus entry. I'm curious, since we'll be talking about Kleavor later.
Legends Arceus. The large, wickedly sharp scythes on its forearms are truly fearsome weapons. Prey's attempts to flee are unfailingly thwarted by this Pokemon's nimble motions.
Wow. Very cool. And I will go ahead and do Scizor. I have a t-shirt that says Little Scizors on it.
Oh, yeah.
It's a play on Little Caesars. I know you know the one. I'm just telling the audience. I've worn it in a lot of different Pokemon videos, actually. So go back and try to find those little Easter eggs and watch all my Pokemon videos.
Do it now.
How the heck do I get to Scizor? It's not next in the Pokedex, so it's not like bringing me there next.
Have you tried going to google.com?
No. Don't make me. I'll just search it.
On?
Bulbapedia.
Oh, okay.
That's where I have to be.
I thought you were going to go to google.com.
I would never go to google.com. All right. Gold. It swings its eye-patterned pincers up to scare its foes. This makes it look like it has 3 heads. Interesting. I think just appearing before them and standing there menacingly is what you need. All you need to do. Silver. Its wings are not used for flying. They are flapped at high speeds to adjust its body temperature.
Whoa.
Yeah, wow. That is a really cool bit of information. Crystal. This Pokemon's pincers, which contain steel, can crush any hard object it gets a hold of into bits. I will also read from Legends Arceus. Oop, the whole page just refreshed on me. Give me a second. Here we go. Evolved by way of a curious item. The shell covering its body has been shown to be stronger than forged steel. That's true. And Legends Arceus, I don't think you need to trade it. You just need to give it the freaking metal coat.
Thank God.
And you know how because there was no trading in Legends Arceus.
Yeah.
So in order to evolve Trade Evolution Pokemon, they had this, I forget what they called it, but it was like a mysterious wire. It was literally a link cable that you just gave the Pokemon and
That's
it
really
evolved.
funny.
I really wish they would just keep that around. And finally, because why not, Scarlet. This Pokemon's pincers, which contain steel, can crush... Oh, we already heard that. Yep, okay. Scarlet and Violet are basically the exact same as Gold and Silver. I don't know if they're going to have Mega Scizor Pokedex entries. Let me go find that out right now, actually. All right, yeah, I found them. Do you mind if I read these and you'll do Kleavor? Yeah. All right, Sun. The excess energy that bathes this Pokemon keeps it in constant danger of overflow. It can't sustain a battle over long periods of time. Yeesh. Moon. Due to the effects of Mega Evolution, its pincers have taken a more diabolical form, ripping anything they pinch to shreds. Ultra Sun. It stores the excess energy from Mega Evolution, so after a long time passes, its body starts to melt.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like the idea that it's like a it's like in like an anime where someone's like, okay, I can only maintain this for so long, but they go above and beyond, and they just have to do as much as possible within the time frame of their power up
before it literally kills them. I love that.
I think that's a cool trope.
In Legends ZA, I'm pretty sure Mega Evolution is gonna have a time limit.
Oh, cool.
And it won't just be a permanent in battle thing.
Yeah.
I think that's I don't think I like it more than it being permanent, but I think it'll be a nice balancing change.
Yeah, I think it's cool because the battles are going to be live, right? It's not necessary. It's still turn-based, kind of.
Right, but it's more like a proper RPG, right?
Yeah, I don't know if it's like Final Fantasy. I don't know how modern Final Fantasy... I don't know how Final Fantasy works.
I don't know either.
Is it like Dragon Quest?
I don't know how Dragon Quest works.
There's slime, and there's dragoons.
Yes.
And sexy outfits sometimes, but not anymore.
One more. Ultra Moon. It's better at beating things than grasping them. When it battles for a long time, the weight of its pincers becomes too much to bear. So, as usual, Mega Evolution just is a huge inconvenience, at best, on the Pokemon.
But it loves you, so it does it anyway.
Yeah, so it forces itself through these changes. I wonder if Legends ZA is going to give us all new entries for these Mega Pokemon.
Like someone researched out. Turns out we were doing Mega wrong, and it was painful. It should be painless, and then it's going to be like,
now it's painless.
Glalie keeps its mouth open because it's so happy.
Now it's smiling at you, but it doesn't look like a smile. Isn't that funny? Oh gosh. I'm actually, if they don't change them from being morbid, I am super excited to see all these new morbid entries.
I mean, what else would it be other than just like Glalie lockjaw is painful?
Exactly.
It hurts.
Like Mega Pyroar has so much fire in its body now.
Oh, is Pyroar one of the ones that they make?
Potentially, yes.
Oh, wow. Pyroar might actually be interesting now.
Yeah. On the recent list I did of potential Mega Pokemon on my YouTube channel, I ranked it pretty low just because I think Pyroar is an incredibly uninteresting Pokemon.
Pyroar's terrible.
So I don't know what they can really do to its Mega to make it more interesting.
I hate female Pyroar's stupid mane. I hate that it's like a... Just like I think it would have been better if they didn't give it a mane. If
like
it was really,
real life lions.
Like real life lions. Like an actual lioness, I think would be more interesting if it was a boring looking lion
I don't
than
know.
a stupid lion with a stupid mane.
I think when comparing it to Pyroar and it just being like literally two different shades of brown, people would not have cared.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate Pyroar.
Yeah, not a very interesting Pokemon. And then let me go ahead and find Kleavor. I should have been doing that while we were talking about how boring Pyroar is. Let me get Kleavor for you, my friend. Do you specifically try and say Kleavor, or do you just say Kleavor?
No, Kleavor. A Kleavor is a thing.
Yes, exactly. All right, here you go, bud. That was a yawn.
Yeah. Legends Arceus, a violent creature that fells towering trees with its crude axes and shields itself with hard stone. If one should chance upon this Pokemon in the wilds, one's only recourse is to flee.
Oh no!
Oh.
You never played Legends Arceus.
Nope.
There was a Kleavor boss battle, and it was fun. Fun boss battle.
I'm never gonna play Legends Arceus.
That's sad,
but it's cool. It looks cool. I'm glad they made it because I feel like it was popular and kind of kicked Pokemon in their butt to do something different.
Very unique, very good. You are gonna play Legends ZA?
Oh, definitely,
right? Okay,
definitely
cool,
ZA.
Cool.
Is it coming out for the Switch 2?
I think it'll be on. But well, the Switch 2 is going to be backwards compatible.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be for the Switch, but it can be played on the Switch 2.
Scarlet. Parts of its body turned to stone when it evolved, thanks to an extremely rare ore found in volcanic areas.
Yep.
Violet?
Oh, wait. Did I even mention how it evolves into Kleavor?
Probably not.
Probably not. Continue, and then I will.
Okay. Violet. This Pokemon is a rough, crude, and violent sort. It swings around its large, heavy stone axes to finish off its prey.
Yep, that
And
makes sense.
probably also to start off its prey. It can just use its axes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I never told you how it evolves. Basically, you just give it Black Augurite, this new item from Legend ZA. Scarlet and Violet does this really annoying thing where I don't think you can evolve your Scyther into Kleavor, but because I don't think Black Augurite is technically an item, I could be getting this wrong. But you can find a Kleavor in Kitakami in the DLC.
You can?
Yeah. I think it's Kitakami. It might be the other one. Oh, no, I can't remember. It might be the other one. It might be the other
because
DLC.
I haven't gotten a Kleavor, and but I also haven't started the Blueberry
Academy.
one yet.
Yeah. Ugh. Yeah, I'm starting to forget things that have to do with Pokemon, guys. It's sad. Let's talk about abilities. There are some of the abilities for all three of them are the same. Some are different. So I'm just going to talk about all of them in order. Scyther. First ability, Swarm. When HP is below 1/3 its maximum, power of bug-type moves is increased by 50%. So it's like the starter abilities. I don't care. I don't think it's a bad ability. Then there's Technician. Great ability. Moves with a base power of 60 or less are boosted in power by 50%.
Yeah, that's cool.
That is awesome.
Yeah, Technician's a cool move.
I love Technician Breloom so much. With Bullet Seed, that is my guy right there. Because you get Stab on top of that. Sorry, that was a bad whistle. That's good stuff. Yep, even better. I gotta warm up my whistle.
I was gonna say you gotta wet your whistle.
Was this a horrible audio to listen to, guys? I'm sorry.
I'm looking at the audio track and it looks like it
peaked
hopefully
a little.
It didn't peak. Guys, in post we'll take that down if it was terrible. I'm also gonna forget to take it down.
Its hidden ability is Steadfast. Speed raises by 1 level every time the Pokemon flinches. Technician.
Yeah.
You want Technician. Now, when you evolve into Scizor, both of its normal abilities are the same. It still has Swarm and Technician, but its hidden ability changes and gets worse. It's Light Metal. It halves the Pokemon's weight. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
that's horrible.
It's bad. It's so bad. Definitely stick with Technician. Scizor can absolutely take advantage of Technician moves. Most specifically with Bullet Punch,
Yeah.
which is a great move. We'll talk about that later, though. And then Kleavor. Still gets Swarm, but its second ability and hidden ability are different now. Its second ability is Sheer Force. Moves with a secondary effect are increased in power by 30%, but they lose their secondary effect. We've talked about this one in the past as well. I'm not sure how many of its moves have a secondary effect. I think it's like signature move, Stone Axe, actually does have a secondary effect, but the secondary effect is really good. Again, we'll talk about that later. And its hidden ability is Sharpness. Increases the power of slicing moves used by this Pokemon by 50%. This is a new ability to Scarlet and Violet, I believe. I can quickly go through the list of slicing moves. There's maybe close to 20.
Does it learn all of them?
No.
Oh.
But other Pokemon that have Sharpness can, like Gallade. He can now get Sharpness as not even a hidden ability, a normal ability. And then Hisuian Samurott, Kleavor, and Veluza all get Sharpness as a hidden ability.
Veluza.
Yep.
Ugh.
Moves that can take advantage of Sharpness are Aerial Ace, Air Cutter, Air Slash, Aqua Cutter, Behemoth Blade. Oh. Behemoth Blade is Zacian's signature move. Unless there are shenanigans with hacks and whatnot, it's never gonna have freaking Behemoth Blade and Sharpness on the same Pokemon. Bitter Blade, Ceaseless Edge, Cross Poison, Cut, Fury Cutter, Kowtow Cleave, Leaf Blade, Night Slash, Population Bomb is a slicing move? That's Tandem or Mousehold signature move.
What the heck?
Why is Population Bomb a slicing move? That's insane. While Jokum's Googling something, Psyblade, Psycho Cut, Razor Leaf, Razor Shell, Sacred Sword, Secret Sword, Slash, Solar Blade, Stone Axe, and Scizor.
On the Reddit post, this says Mousehold used population bomb. There's just a picture of the Senate stabbing Scizor. It's like Mousehold and then the opponent's Pokemon.
That's really funny. Wow. Oh, wait, the Japanese name of the move can be read either to mean proliferation or mouse cut.
So maybe it's a play on words in Japan that proliferation and mouse cut are read the same or
that's
spelled
so
the same
funny.
way.
That makes a bit more sense. I like population bomb is just the name of the move, though. That's funny.
Really funny.
Yeah, most of these moves, your sharpness Pokemon can't even learn, but having your Kleavor have sharpness and the 80 base power Scizor, that's great. Sharpness also affects his signature move, Stone Axe, so that's great. Your Glade can learn moves like Sacred Sword and Psycho Cut, so that's really cool. I think he can even get... What's that new? Yeah, Aqua Cutter. I think he can even get Aqua Cutter now. Yeah, sharpness can be taken advantage of by the Pokemon who have it quite well. I would absolutely have a Kleavor with sharpness. Sheer Force is cool, but sharpness is better. Now we can go ahead and talk about those move sets. I'm going to talk about Scizor and
Have
then...
we done their stats?
No, do you want to do stats first?
I think
We typically do stats first. Yeah.
Okay, first off, you said doo-doo.
I did say
you look
doo-doo.
so dumb right now.
I look very funny right now.
Funny looking.
You know you're sexually and physically attracted to me.
No.
You know you are.
I'm like spiritually attracted, but that's about it, bro.
Maybe
You're not twinkish
emotionally
enough.
attracted.
You're not twinkish enough.
Thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. As far as stats go, I'm going to talk about Scythor, Scizor, and
Scythor?
Kleavor's stats. Scythor, yes.
Scythor.
Scythor. I said Scythor. I meant Scythor.
Okay.
Hey, we say Kleavor and Scizor.
But
I'm going to say
Scyther.
nope. I'm going to say Scythor.
Big Scyther. Like Big Brother.
Yep. So, because Scyther used to be a solo Pokemon, I kind of do want to talk about its stats. Scyther's base stat... Oh, that's right. Scyther's base stat total is 500.
Oh, wow.
Scizor and Kleavor are also 500.
Oh, weird.
They just swap what they are. I think that's the case. I think so.
Gross.
HP, 70. Physical attack, 110.
Oh my god.
Very good for a
Wow.
Gen 1 Pokemon. Defense, 80. Special attack, 55. Great. Special defense, 80. Speed, 105. This is
Wow.
great. This is great.
Scyther was a good Pokemon. back in the
Scyther
day.
was a good Pokemon. It didn't even need an evolution. I'm glad we got Scizor, but still. So, Scizor's base stat total, 500. They
Yeah.
just swapped some stuff around. HP is still 70. Physical attack is now 130. Defense, 100.
Ooh.
Special attack did not change, 55.
Yeah, it doesn't need it.
Special defense is 80. Speed is now 65. It is a lot slower because it has steel weighing it down.
What was Scyther's was
105.
Yeah, I thought so.
Which is why some people will just throw an Eviolite onto Scyther and call it a day. Because it has a good physical
Oh,
attack.
I wonder if is Scyther big in the Little Cup?
I don't know if he's banned or something.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Now, I mean, a freaking Eviolite Scyther is a lot to handle for sure. Or heck, even no, you don't really. Yeah, you can give it like a choice item, choice band, make its physical attack even stronger. With a speed like that, it'll outspeed practically anything. I could see choice band or Eviolite Scyther, just depending on what your team needs. And now I'm very curious as to how Kleavor is different. HP stays the same. Of course, base stat total is the same. Physical attack, 135.
Oh.
Just 5 more physical attack. Don't like to see this. Defense is 95, so that's good. Special attack is 45, so
No.
it's even less.
Oh no, that's cheating. They took from its useless
yeah,
stat.
they
Dang
did
it.
cheat.
I hate that.
Special defense is 70, and this is weird. Speed is 85.
It's why is it faster when
20
it's a
speed
rock?
points faster than the technically light metal Scizor. I know steel is heavier than rock, technically.
No.
But I don't know.
It
I
just
don't know.
it depends on
It
how
depends.
much. Like steel isn't just I guess in volume, steel is heavier than rock.
Maybe. I don't know. I think Scizor should be faster than Kleavor. But I guess not. I guess reality isn't what I make it to be.
Yeah.
It's what Mr. Game Freak makes it. Nope, not you.
Yeah, that's me.
Nope, not you. You do
I
not have
made
the
a reality
stone.
that we would film today.
You did
record
technically
today.
make
Yeah.
a reality that we would
All right,
record.
so I win.
I'm going to grab your nose and make it even longer.
Oh, he made my nose even longer. Now I smell things farther away. Oh, I don't like it.
How does my ass smell from over there? See? He is attracted to me.
No, I am not. Ugh. Femme Frank, maybe.
Nothing wrong with a little attraction between bros.
Put that little crown from what do you call it? The Princess Peach crown.
Yeah,
What's
the
that
Bowsette crown.
The Bowsette crown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Licks lips at that.
All right. So I totally forgot all their base stat totals were the same. That's very funny. Yeah, I guess they're all viable in one way or another. That's really cool. I like that, actually. I like that Scyther is still viable. Now we can talk about moveset. I am just going to talk about Scizor and Kleavor.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any point in me talking about just Scyther. If you're curious, do your own research. Scizor, upon evolution, gets Bullet Punch, a physical steel-type attack that does 40 damage with 100 accuracy. The user strikes the target with tough punches as fast as bullets. This move always goes first. Just like Mach Punch, 40 damage, always goes first. And Quick Attack, 40. I think that's 40 damage, always goes first. There is a tier order to which ones will go first, I think. And Extreme Speed is always at the top. But with Technician, Bullet Punch does what? It's 50% more, so that's closer to 60 damage. That's really good, especially because you put Stab on top of that. Mm-hmm. And if it's super effective against your opponent, you could even get through like 80% of their HP or knock them out. Incredible. False Swipe, Wing Attack, Fury Cutter, Metal Claw, Slash, Iron Defense, Iron Head, X Scissor, and then Swords Dance. I think X Scissor, Iron Head, and Bullet Punch are good 3 moves to have. You want a move that's slightly stronger than Bullet Punch, especially if you're not running Technician. But you would want another move that takes advantage of it, huh? But there really isn't one, unless you want to teach it Fury Cutter or Wing Attack. Wing Attack, maybe, because then it'll do, what's
Wing
it,
Attack's
50%
like
more
35
damage?
right? Wing Attack?
No, Wing Attack is 60.
Wing Attack is 60?
They may have buffed it in future generations.
What?
I
thought back in the day, Wing Attack was like a Pidgey move that did like 35 damage or something.
Yeah, nowadays it does 60.
60, really?
So
that's
if
like
it ups it by
90 damage.
50%, that's not that bad, actually.
That's not bad.
90 damage,
Wow.
physical, flying type attack.
Does Wing Attack have secondary effects? Probably not.
Nope, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, but just 90 damage.
And 100% accurate, so that's nice. TMs, let's see, what are some good TMs? Acrobatics is actually really good. Okay. So Acrobatics typically does 55 damage. If you're not holding an item, the attack is doubled in strength. But if you hold an item, it'll only do 55 damage, but Technician will still increase it. It won't make it double. It'll still make it a lot stronger, though. And then you can hold your item, which could be like a choice band.
But why not use a Wing Attack? Wing Attack does 60. Acrobatics does 55.
Fair.
Yeah, so just use Wing
just
Attack.
use Wing Attack. Good point. I'm just trying to think of any other move. Struggle Bug does 50, but that's special. It learns Thief and Trailblaze. Those are both 60 and under.
Oh.
Trailblaze might be the move. That's pretty good.
Yeah, what are its weaknesses? Fire?
Fire.
Okay, Trailblaze isn't going to help you there.
No, it's not, but Fire does ×4 super effectiveness. But in return, that is its only weakness.
Yeah.
So, Trailblaze is still great for raising your speed, though. You're kind of slow, so maybe get off like 1 or 2 Trailblazes, and you'll be pretty good. Oh, yeah, and because of Technician, it'll do more damage. Yeah. That's pretty good. It gets Aerial Ace is 60, just like Wing Attack, and Aerial Ace technically never misses. So maybe do Aerial Ace over Wing Attack.
Aerial Ace over Wing Attack for sure.
Metal Claw does 50 damage. What would it, another 25 on top of that? That's 75. Iron Head does more. Yeah. And Iron Head has the chance to flinch. Yeah. So go ahead, you use that. Brick Break is over. U-Turn is over. Still, though, U-Turn, good move.
And it's bug type, so it's stab.
Exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. But
how often do we get a bug type Pokemon that has U-Turn that actually gets to take advantage of it?
precisely. I would probably put X-Scissor on it over U-Turn, though.
Does X-Scissor have secondary effects?
Higher chance to crit, I think.
Okay.
Oh, maybe it doesn't have a higher chance to crit. Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay, yeah, no secondary effect. Still, though, if you want to use a stab bug move and don't want to switch out, it's good to have X-Scissor. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it gets Tailwind as a TM. That's crazy. That's the non-damaging flying type attack that boosts the speed stat of all you and all your allies for 4 turns. I don't know why you'd use that on a Scizor, but that's still pretty cool that it can get it. It gets Close Combat by TM too. That's really cool. Knockoff. Ooh, 65. Just barely misses out on that. That'd have been great. It gets Dual Wing Beat. The user slams a target with its wings to inflict damage. The target is hit twice in a row. So it does 2 sets of 40 damage, doing 80 overall. So Technician will affect both Dual Wing Beats, making it 60 and 60.
120.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dual Wing Beat.
Dual Wing Beat, that might be the move.
Over
Aerial Ace.
Aerial Ace, yeah.
Okay, so would you rather always hit, or would you rather do 120 damage?
Because Dual Wing Beat does have 90 accuracy, and it checks accuracy both times. But it's going to hit the majority of the time, both times. That's 120 damage with flying type moves. I might do Dual Wing Beat.
Yeah. You lose out on... If it only hits once, there's a chance that it does 60 damage instead of 90. But
I think it's worth the risk.
Yeah, there's a high enough chance that you do 120.
Yeah.
That it's worth it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Skitter Smack. It does 70 damage, but it's just a funny move I never see. Physical bug type attack. The user skitters behind the target to attack. This also lowers the target's special attack stat. That's fun. Yeah, nothing really very interesting from egg moves. Okay, so for Scizor, my perfect moveset would probably be X-Scissor, Bullet Punch, Dual Wing Beat, and maybe Iron Head, just for the more steel type damage. Maybe Close Combat, because Bullet Punch should be enough to 2KO most Pokemon, especially if it's super effective. So, or as long as your opponent isn't weak to Dual Wing Beat or your bug type attack or anything, Bullet Punch should be able to finish them off. So yeah, maybe I would do Close Combat instead of Iron Head. That's what I would do. Mm-hmm. I like that. And you're taking advantage of Technician with 2 of your attacks, which is great. Not your bug type attack, but X-Scissors more than enough in my mind. As far as Kleavor goes, Kleavor, upon evolution, gets Stone Axe. Physical rock type attack, it does 65 damage with 90 accuracy. The user swings its stone axes at the target. Stone splinters left behind by the attack float around the target. Using this attack sets up Stealth Rock.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That is really cool. Pokemon's been doing that lately because Hisuian Samurott has a move that sets up spikes. I think it's spikes. And I think Glamora has that ability that when it's hit, it sets up toxic spikes. I think that's such a cool gimmick.
Yeah.
Beyond Stone Axe, it gets moves like Fury Cutter, Smackdown, a lot of similar moves actually. Rock Slide by a level up. 75 versus 65 damage, but I'd probably still rather have Stone Axe because it's boosted by Sharpness and sets up your Stealth
definitely,
Rock.
100%.
X-Scissor, great attack. TMs are pretty much the same. I don't need to run through them all again. Air Slat, but that's a special attack. You don't really want to teach it a special attack. What other moves took advantage of Sharpness? X-Scissor, I think, did. So yeah, teach it X-Scissor, Stone Axe.
It's 30% more damage, right?
50.
It was 50%?
Sharpness by 50%, yeah.
Really? Oh,
50% on both.
Wow, so X-Scissor would go from how much? 70?
It would go from... Where the heck was it? It would go from 80.
80? Whoa.
Yeah, it goes up
to
really
120.
high. That's great.
That's amazing.
So good, man.
And you get Stab.
Yep.
Wow. That's amazing. I really like that.
Yeah.
If anything, in this situation, I feel like the sharpness is a little bit better than Technician, because Technician has a cap that it has to be a move that does 60 damage.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Yeah, Sharpness is awesome. I need to... Back when I thought my preferred type for a gym leader was fighting, I had a Glade on my team that I like set up with a bunch of cool moves. I need to go back, and now I want to change his ability to Sharpness and then give him... he already has like Psycho Cut and Sacred Sword, but like I want to give him another move that can take advantage of Sharpness too, so he can just pump out tons of extra damage. Kleavor can also get close combat. He can get Stone Edge, but why? Man, I'm having a harder... Oh, he can get Dual Wing Beat too, but doesn't take advantage. Night Slash by Egg Move. Night Slash is affected by Sharpness. Okay. Here's the goal, guys. Here's the move. Stone Axe, X Scizor, Night Slash, and then maybe close combat like your Scizor. Dealer's choice. It doesn't take advantage of his ability, but that's fine. Or you can still do Dual Wing Beat if your team requires a flying type move like that. Does that make sense? Think it's a good move set?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm never going to use a Kleavor. I'm so much more interested in Scizor.
Yeah. I'm interested in them both. I like how their abilities kind of complement each other, even if Sharpness is a little bit better.
I still think the rule of cool, Scizor looks cooler. I'm
Yeah.
going to use a Scizor.
Yeah, definitely looks cooler. As far as Kleavor goes with weaknesses, Bug Rock is still a... Actually, there are a fair amount of Bug Rock types, but it's still not as common as, like, I don't know, Fire Ghost is becoming. Weaknesses are Water, Rock, and Steel. 3 weaknesses. Weird that it's still weak to Rock. You'd think Rock would resist Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
This is one of those Pokemon things.
Yep.
I always just assumed a Pokemon's type resisted its type.
Yeah, for most of them. I knew, like, right off the jump, Flying doesn't resist Flying. Water doesn't... Well, does Water resist Water?
See, what are the rules?
What are the rules? Yeah, I'm looking up Sea King again, just to see if Water resists Water. It does. Water resists itself. That's good to know. Alright, Joachim, you want to see these shiny Pokemon?
Yes.
Shiny forms.
Scyther's just more green.
More green.
It literally is more green. I was making that as a joke, but it's just more green.
Its yellowy
like
patches turn, like, pinkish.
It goes from a yellowy green to a more bluey green.
In Legends Arceus, I actually came across a shiny Scyther, and I'm trying to decide which I should evolve it into. Unfortunately, it's already, like, level 45, so I can't use it in a playthrough like I'd really want to.
Yeah.
Shiny Scizor changes completely.
Whoa, oh, green.
It's green, but I kind of like it. It's like a reference to Scyther almost.
Yeah, but at the back of my head, I'm like, did they make it green just because they made every shiny green at one point?
Maybe.
Not every shiny, but...
I don't know. I kind of like green Scizor. I don't think it's better than red Scizor, but still.
Yeah.
And then Kleavor turns green.
God damn it.
It's like brown stony bits turn green, and it's black Augurite stays
I guess
the same.
I see it as a reference to Scyther.
Yeah. Especially for Kleavor.
Oh, and like the segments, those little inner segments are kind of like
Yeah.
Scyther's inner segments.
Yeah, they are. They're more of like a yellow now. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I especially like green Kleavor. Green Kleavor looks great. It's like commando colors, the black and green. But I like Scizor more as a Pokemon, so we'll see. All right, Joachim. Oh, wait, I got to show you Mega Scizor.
Oh, yeah.
Mega Scizor, obviously.
Oh, have we talked about... do we need to do Mega Scizor?
Stats. Yeah, shoot. Dang it, I was doing such a good job by remembering its Pokedex entry that I completely forgot about its stats. So, here's Mega Scizor Shiny while we're on the subject. It's still green.
It's green. Yellowy green.
Yellowy green.
I like that, actually.
Yeah, it's nice. Mega Scizor, his ability stays Technician, which is great. I love that. And his base stat total is now 600. Physical attack, 150. Fantastic. Defense, 140. Special attack did go up a hair, 65. Special defense, 100. Speed is 75.
Oh.
So it goes up a little.
A little, but not...
I wish it would have taken the, 10 they threw into special
why did they
attack.
throw anything into special attack?
Threw more of that into speed.
Yeah.
But still, I like Mega Scizor well enough. I honestly don't think I like it more than normal Scizor.
I think I'd prefer normal
Yeah.
Scizor. But it's fine. It's not hurting anything.
Its legs are a little pointy.
Yeah.
Kind of pointless.
It's not pointless, actually. It's very pointy.
I don't know. I don't think it's weird that its legs are just. It looks too much like a Gundam or something. Not a Gundam.
Yeah, like
a mech suit.
Sentai, like a Super Sentai, Power Ranger type.
I guess that's kind of cool. But also, it loses maybe a little bit of its animalisticness.
Yeah, it's kind of like its own being now,
Yeah.
like a Pokemon. I don't know. I've gone back and forth on Mega Scizor for a while. I don't hate it, but all right. So those are its shinies. And Mega Scizor is everything else.
Does it learn any new moves for Mega Scizor, or is it just better?
Mega Evolution doesn't give it new moves.
That's boring.
It just gets better stats. That's not boring. Mega Evolution's never given Pokemon new moves.
I guess it already gave him a better design.
It'll sometimes give them new abilities, but
I'm yawning preemptively because I know you're going to trivia.
that's not trivia time.
It's not?
Alternate forms!
Oh! It doesn't need any more alternate forms.
Mega Kleavor! Give us Mega Kleavor!
No.
So one of the leaked Mega Evolutions for ZA, if this is real, would be Mega Frostlass. And I'm super stoked about that because we already have Mega Glalie.
Yeah, okay.
I would love for Slowking to get a Mega too, because Slowbro has a Mega.
I would love that. That'd be great.
Not that
I don't want
that
Kleavor to
line
get, though.
doesn't have like
Enough
a million things going
Yeah.
on. But I don't know. Scizor has one. I could see Kleavor getting one. Why not?
Hey,
Balance it out a
wrong
little
Pokemon.
bit. Very. He makes
want
the joke
Mega
all the
Lava
time. I don't. It's a gimmick
Make
Pokemon.
it even bigger. Blow it up even more.
It would having it with more base stats would be
Make it look like a condom.
too much. Why would you say that?
I just thought of it. Make it even really tall and then have a little nub at the top.
Okay, as far as alternate forms for the Pokemon we're talking about, I don't really know. Well, maybe make Scyther Bug Dragon. It already kind of has like dinosaur or lizard-esque design qualities. Bug Dragon could be cool.
Mega Scyther? Or did you say
No,
Mega
I think I just
Kleavor?
said like an alternate form.
Oh, alternate form.
I hope I didn't say Mega Scyther.
We're not going to check. If
No.
he did, then guys,
Oopsies.
egg on his face. If he didn't, then egg on my face.
There we go.
Who
I prefer
wins?
when the egg's on his face.
I lick it up like Scooby-Doo.
Yes, an alternate form of Scyther where he's Bug Dragon, and then he evolves into the alternate form of... No, wait. Maybe this alternate form of Scyther doesn't get its own Scizor and Kleavor similarities. Maybe it just is a Norwegian Scyther that's Bug and Dragon, and then it evolves into a completely new Pokemon. That's still a Bug Dragon, but it'd be really cool to have like our first Bug Dragon type Pokemon.
Oh, we don't have a... Oh,
No.
cool.
I'm hoping, man. I really wish we...
And they lean into the to the flying thing. Like, you know, like it kind of Scyther's... The whole fact that Scyther could fly...
Yeah.
It's kind of pushed under the rug. And
Yeah.
this time, like, he's not flying type.
Yeah.
But they still lean into the fact that he flies.
Yeah, maybe he gets bigger, more imposing wings, but they're still kind of like insecty.
Yeah.
I would love a Bug Dragon Scizor form and evolution. Not Scizor, Scyther. Not that I want normal Scyther to get a Bug Dragon evolution. He has enough. We've completed the rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors line. We're good now. I want an alternate form. That'd be sick.
The rock, paper, scissors line? What do you mean?
Scyther is paper, Kleavor is rock, and Scizor is scissors.
Why is Scyther paper?
Because he has the sides that could be paper.
Is that the joke people make?
I mean, I don't know if it was intentional, and that's why they gave him another evolution and they made it rock. But rock, paper, Scizor. This isn't that hard to understand.
I just feel like that's a stretch.
I don't think
How
it's
is
a stretch.
Scyther paper?
He's a bug. They're weak, and the wings are paper-like, and his sides are white like paper.
Guys. Oh my god.
This isn't that hard to comprehend.
The Scizor is only a scissor because its name sounds like scissor.
And because it's steel. And it can cut things with its pincers.
Again, nothing about Scyther is paper. Oh, it's got whitish claws. Oh.
It's not a claw, it's a scythe.
Oh, okay. Let's move on. This is disgusting.
You guys, back me up down in the
Please
comments. Back me
Don't
up.
lie to him.
No. Well,
Don't
tell
lie to
Jokum
him.
the truth.
The truth is that you're crazy. That's insane.
The truth is that you're beautiful but dumb.
Aw, the truth is that you're dumb and ugly. I'm kidding. No, you're not dumb.
We're both incredibly intelligent and beautiful.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We did the predator handshake.
Strategies, I told you guys already.
Just do that.
Yeah, just do what I said. Give him the best moves possible. Give your Scyther an Eviolite if you want to use him over his evolutions.
But yeah, I mean, I guess seeing how you've already said all that stuff, we could probably skip trivia. There's too many
What?
Pokemon, Frank. There's too many Pokemon.
There's only 3 Pokemon.
That's so many Pokemon. Mega?
Oh, well, it'll briefly talk about the Mega during Scizor. It's only 3 Pokemon. We've talked about 3-stage evolutions all the time. Okay, you know what? Fine, we'll skip trivia. this time.
No, do trivia.
Yeah, see?
No,
see, I knew
feel
you were going to
bad.
say
it's
that.
like, guys.
I love
fellas,
trivia.
If you're ever in like a debate with your loved one, just sometimes you just have to let them win.
It's because you
So that
know
you can
trivia is
win.
interesting and people enjoy trivia. Like, listen, you're telling me this piece of trivia isn't interesting? In the Pokemon Red and Blue beta, Scyther's prototype name was Strike, spelled with a Y, not an I. This is a corruption of the word strike,
No way.
which is also its Romanized Japanese name.
Sturai.
Oh, he's doing it again.
I know. This isn't. It's like kabatsu.
I don't know what that is.
Cabbage. They took the word cabbage
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, we don't have the well, actually they would, wouldn't they? Well, they took the word cabbage and then to pronounce it they go kabatsu. I'm not doing the su right.
I don't know. I need to do more research.
Sturaiku, maybe.
I need a more in-depth explanation about what this is.
Okay.
Is this just how Japanese people learn to say English words that have letters and sounds they don't use?
Basically it's like they don't have they have used different letters than us, right?
Yes.
It's like when we spell out like the words like rai or something, R-A-I. Well, they have a character for that.
Yeah.
To them, they'd be like, oh, you use 3 characters just to make up our one character?
Yeah.
It's because we don't have...
It's just completely different languages.
So, but because they don't have characters for C-A-B-B-A-G-E, you're like, okay, the closest thing we got is kabatsu.
Okay. That's cool.
Maybe they have a J sound,
That's cool.
a J, but I don't know if it makes...
I mean, they have to, because Junji Ito is the name.
Kabaju. I don't know why they didn't do Kabaju. Maybe it doesn't make any sense. Maybe it doesn't make sense for them in their language. Like they wouldn't end something with a Ju.
Yeah.
Shoju.
Shoju. Good point. Shoju.
But is Shoju Japanese or is it Korean?
That's a good question.
know.
I thought it was Japanese.
This is a guy who
but-
doesn't know enough, saying a lot about something. Guys, please have patience.
All you're doing is prolonging trivia. Despite having different base stats, Scyther and its evolved forms all have a base stat total of 500. This made Scyther the only pre-evolved Pokemon to have the same base stat total as its evolved forms.
Yeah.
This has never happened again. That's crazy.
Whoa.
Scyther can be seen as a parallel to Pinsir. Both of them are Bug-type Generation 1 Pokemon with base stat totals of 500 and originally no evolutionary line. Scyther is exclusive to Pokemon Red, Fire Red, Diamond, and Let's Go Pikachu, while Pinsir is exclusive to Pokemon Blue, Leaf Green, Pearl, and Let's Go Eevee. It's funny, because growing up, I always saw Pinsir and Heracross
I agree.
as opposites. Or counterparts.
I wish they did more with Pinsir. The fact that like there were, there were version exclusives, and they did way more with Scyther. It's kind of annoying. Like, Pinsir is ugly as hell. They should still do more with it.
I like Pinsir well enough. He's kind of boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
He falls into that like area of Pokemon where it's just like they drew a circle and went from there.
Yeah.
Or an oval and went from there. Where was I? In Pokemon Platinum, Heart Gold, and Soul Silver, Scyther can learn Vacuum Wave by leveling up, but not via Move Tutor.
Okay.
That's interesting. Say it with me, Jokum. That's interesting. Scyther is the only Pokemon with a split evolution to have had both of its evolutions introduced after its debut. Really?
Wait, what?
Okay, so I think this is saying that, like, all Pokemon with a split evolution had at least one evolution debut with it. Like, Snorunt and Glalie came together and Frostlass later. Slowpoke and Slowbro, Slowking later. This was the only one that had them introduced both later.
Yeah.
Interesting. Scyther, Ursaring, and Stantler's evolutions are all programmed into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, with the Pokemon being affected by Eviolite. However, it is impossible to trigger them in-game, as they are assigned to a placeholder evolution method with no code that can trigger it.
Oh, that's
so annoying.
Yeah.
Despite this, wild Kleavor can still be found in the Canyon biome in the Indigo Disc.
Okay, it is Indigo
it
Disc.
is Indigo, not Teal Mask. Origin. As indicated by its category, Scyther seems to be based on a mantis, most closely resembling the European mantis and Chinese mantis. European mantis is the most basic form of mantis you can have. Oh, conservation status. It's of least concern, guys. Don't worry. There's
sort of
no
out there.
fear.
Aren't there like loads of bugs go extinct every year?
I don't know.
I think there's like
I hope not.
there is like a bug apocalypse where bugs are going extinct.
That's
at a high
really
rate.
sad.
Yeah, it is. Really,
And
really
we want
sad.
to eat them over cows.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine deforestation might have something to do with it.
And that's the Chinese mantis. It's a less green mantis.
Interesting.
Yeah, slightly. It also possesses some reptilian characteristics that gives it similarities to Dromaeosaurid? Dromaeosaurid? Dromaeosaurid dinosaurs, as well as to Therizinosaurids.
Therizinosaurids. I think that's the ones with the big claw fingers.
Scythe lizards. It's literally called scythe lizards.
Yeah, it's that one. The one with the big
Oh, the one that was in Jurassic World Dominion that was like legitimately horrifying. Remember that one?
I haven't watched past the first Jurassic World.
That's a shame. Everybody says they're bad movies, but they're not. They just don't like dinosaurs enough.
Okay.
As indicated in its Pokédex entries, it may also be based on a ninja. There are similarities to the Kamikiri, a hair-cutting yokai with sharp claws and teeth that may look like an insect. This is the Ooh.
Whoa.
Freaky
What
little
the
guy.
heck?
There are similarities, actually. I can kind of see it.
Like its big stupid belly.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a freaky little guy.
Having old man bodies, I feel like, is a common thing in yokais.
Yeah.
What's up with that? Or the Japanese just freaked out by old men's bodies.
By gross, saggy old bodies.
And
yeah.
probably old women, too. I feel like
Right.
there's some yokai that have... The Japanese hate the elderly.
But they take such good care of their elderly.
As they stand away from afar and go, ugh.
If I have to. Name origin. Scyther may be a combination, you'll never believe this, of scythe and the suffix something that does an action. He's scything. He's gonna scythe. Alright, time to move on to Scizor. Jokum loves it when we only talk about one Pokemon because trivia goes by faster.
Yeah.
I don't. I love all this trivia. Ooh, lots of good trivia. Scizor shares its category with Kingler. They are both known as the pincer Pokemon. However, Scizor was known as the Scissors Pokemon in Generation 2 and has been called the Scizor Pokemon in the Pokemon series. That's interesting that they changed that.
Is it?
Yes. Scizor is the only Steel-type Pokemon to have 2 or more pairs of wings.
Huh.
Despite having different base stats, we already read this. Mega Scizor is tied with Mega Pinsir, Mega Heracross, and Genesect for the highest base stat total of all bug-type Pokemon. Those are all being 600. Scizor can be seen as a parallel to Steelix. Both have pre-evolved forms from Generation 1 and were introduced in Gen 2. Both evolve via trading with a Megacoat. He's mogging me, by the way. Jokum's mogging me. After evolving, both lose one of their pre-evolved forms types and gain a Steel type. Both gain a Mega Evolution in Generation 6 rather. Both lose 40 points of base speed upon evolving. I did not know there were that many similarities between them.
Steel type was just introduced in Gen 2, right?
Yes, but they both received their Megas in Gen 6, is what they were saying.
But it is cool that they also both got Steel evolutions in Gen 2.
Yes.
So then it's like, oh,
And they both lost the same amount of speed.
yeah, okay, maybe it's probably intentional.
Yeah. Origin. Scizor may draw inspiration from mantises or wasp mantid flies. Oh, whoa. It's like a wasp with mantis arms. Oh, that's freaky.
That's so cool.
Where are those found? Climacelia is a genus of wasp mantiflies found in North, Central, and South America. I've never seen this before.
There's one right behind you. Frank just got replaced by a mantis fly. Hey, that's very interesting. What are your opinions on recent events? Ow! It poked my heart. I killed it. It's gone. Hey, Frank, come back.
Hey, I'm here. I just got back from the hospital. Its arms appear similar to pincers of animals from crustacean groups like crabs, and due to the eye-like marking on them, they look like additional heads. Just had a new fun thought for alternate forms. Bug water evolution, it becomes crab-like through carcinization. Yep, that word.
Yeah.
That word that you all know what we're talking about. Carcinization.
That sounds right.
Yeah. That'd be really
crazy.
fun.
That because cancer is like the sign for crabs.
Yep.
Carcinogens are things that give you cancer. Carcinization is becoming more like a crab. Why are crabs so linked to cancer?
I don't know. Does eating crab cause cancer?
I doubt it. Eating crab makes me happy.
I'll need to do further research on this and eat more crab.
I'm on your deathbed. Damn. He died of obesity.
my last words, oh, so much crab.
He did it. And then I pop him and the entire hospital gets flooded.
I thought I took it the balloon route.
No, you're full of crab.
What the heck am I doing? The additions on Mega Scizor's body may be based on samurai armor. Name origin. Scizor may be a corruption of Scizor or a combination of Scizor and Razor. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. That makes sense to me. All right, guys. Last one. Kleavor.
We're almost there, guys. It's okay.
I know how much you're enjoying this. I know how sad you're going to be when it's over.
Ryan, let us know.
Yeah, Ryan. Please tell us if you're enjoying this.
Which one is it? Which side are you on?
Joker just over here. Ryan. Help, Ryan.
You're doing a Stewie Griffin from that one?
it was Stewie going, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Despite having... Okay, we've already heard that. Kleavor, along with Weirdeer and Ursaluna, are the first cross-generational evolutions that evolved from the original form rather than the regional form to be introduced since Sylveon in Generation 6. What? Although, that is what makes me so mad. We've talked about this before. I'll make it quick. Surfetch should have evolved from a regular Farfetch'd.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
And so on and so forth with Pokemon like that. Basculegion should have been from regular Basculin. It makes me so mad that it took from Generation 6 to... Well, I guess it's only 8, technically, that these came out of. Other Gen 8 Pokemon should have evolved from the originals. That's all I'm saying. Coincidentally, their pre-evolutions cannot evolve into them outside of their debut game. In Kleavor's case, this is due to the absence of Black Augurite, though, unlike the other two, Kleavor can be caught in the canyon biome.
They could have explained away, like, oh, we imported Black Augurite or something.
Yeah, they dug up Black Augurite from a deep site in Mount Coronet in Sinnoh, and now it's spread across the world.
I hate that.
Yep. While the other two require transferring from their respective pre-evolutions to the said game using home, evolving them there, then sending them back to be able to obtain in Scarlet and Violet. Very annoying. Kleavor is the only rock-type Pokemon with 2 or more pairs of wings. So Kleavor and Scizor both share that for their respective types. Kleavor is the only Pokemon introduced in Pokemon Legends Arceus that can have the Galar symbol or Let's Go mark due to Scyther being able to have them. That is really interesting. Huh. Stop mogging me. In the internal code of Legends Arceus, Kleavor's hidden ability is Steadfast instead of Sharpness. That's right. And Legends Arceus, Pokemon don't have abilities.
Oh.
So
really?
they're technically programmed in, but not usable.
Weird.
Prior to... you're going to love this.
God.
Prior to version 1.2.0 of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, oh boy, Kleavor's base attack stat was decreased by 5 points to 130, and its special defense stat was increased by 5 to 75. Guy, he's mogging harder than I've ever seen him mog. This change was undone when Kleavor became available in those games. Similar occurrences happened to Hisuian Zorua and Hisuian Zoroark. Prior to version 2.0.1, Kleavor was unable to learn Rain Dance via TM while its pre-evolution could. You
Why
can
is
stop
this
mocking
okay?
now.
Why is this okay? Why you're allowed to abuse me like this?
You've been bad. You deserve it.
I'm such a good boy.
Kleavor may be based on a praying mantis due to its coloration and may be based on the dead leaf mantis. Whoa, he does look like a dead leaf.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah.
You look like a dead leaf. You don't see me mogging about it.
Mom looks like a dead leaf.
Freaking dare you. I will crunch you up in my hand and then drop you on the ground and watch how you fall slowly. I love leaves.
Wait. I went back to Scizor. That's weird. Here we go. Its stones appear to be based on obsidian, a volcanic glass with a deep black color that produces sharp edges when fractured. So it's almost like he's using obsidian blades.
What is that a reference to?
I'm so disappointed.
Oh, Mistborn.
Come on.
Oh, I
Yeah.
sink a glass blade into you.
I don't care. I sink an obsidian blade up into your lower jaw. Yeah, it's so long it goes through your brain.
I stab you. I just stab you.
Yeah, well, mine's more of a kill blow. Yours is more of a it'll hurt, but I'm fine.
I stab you with 3 spears.
You don't though.
No, I stab you with 3
dead.
spears. No, I'm not dead.
You're dead.
Oh, trust me, Frank. I'm not dead.
Oh, this guy. All right, we gotta stop talking about Mistborn. Okay, what was I saying? The shard on its head resembles a stylized conmage. Conmage?
What the heck is that? C-H-O-N-M-A-G-E?
Oh, it's the hairstyle.
Oh, Chonmage?
Chonmage, maybe. A top knot hairstyle.
Chonmage.
Worn by samurai and sumo wrestlers. Or a Chinese top knot was worn by men.
I like your G, cut. Or I like your G.
I like your GG. I like that. That's a funny joke. Kleavor's overall design, especially its stone axe forelegs, may be inspired by the idiom no ono.
You're an idiot.
Literally, Mantis's axe, a figurative expression that connotes a courageous but doomed resistance. In Japanese, the alternate name for the mantis is onomushi, literally meaning axe bug.
Whoa.
All right, so this was warranted. This whole evolution was completely warranted.
Interesting.
That's so cool. Name origin. Kleavor seems to be a corruption of Kleavor or a combination of Kleavor and Razor. It may also involve ore, a natural and valuable rock. Hell yeah. Basagiri. Oh, that's its Japanese name. I'm not going to read for its Japanese name. All right, trivia's done.
We did it, guys. Through these trying times,
Hey.
we've stayed together as a community.
When it's a Pokemon like Sea King, I can understand. These are interesting Pokemon.
Made me sleepy.
So, not much merch for Scythers, surprisingly. Kleavor has a plush. It's not a sitting cutie, but it's a plush.
Recent. It's a pretty recent Pokemon, so I see that.
Scyther's sitting cutie is sold out, and so is Scizor's.
Yeah, Scizor's is good.
And there is, oddly enough, a Pixel Pin 2-pack of Scyther and Pinsir.
Yeah, I can see that because they were originally made as
but not
alternate.
Scyther and Scizor. And there's a Pokemon TCG Scarlet and Violet 151 mini tin with Scyther and Weezing on it. I don't think I'm going to get anything else by searching Scizor, but let's just see really quick. Scizor does have his own Pixel Pin and a normal plush that's not a sitting cutie. Both are sold out.
What about Kleavor?
I don't think we're going to get anything else for Kleavor, but I'll find out.
would
Pokemon did have this bug out thing recently where they promoted a real bunch of bug-type Pokemon. And Scizor was featured among a bunch of other bugs in that line. It's just not on Pokemon Center's website. Yep, Kleavor only has the plush. And there was technically a TCG Kleavor V-Star Premium Collection that I have neglected to buy because I don't care about Kleavor that much. All right, Jokum, your time to shine, buddy.
So this is the part of the show where I look up a Pokemon
Yep.
and scroll on Google Images till something lewd pops up. Who do I look up for this?
Scizor and Kleavor.
So, okay, we're not going to do Scyther.
We won't do Scyther.
All right. So, starting up.
Oh, I don't know.
Scizor. All right.
Let's see what happens. I have that full art Scizor card.
Oh, this
it
one
is
here?
sick, yeah.
Wow, that is it's like fighting against another Scizor.
Uh-huh.
How do we 205 out of 197? How does that make any sense?
It's for that expansion. That's like its card number.
205/197.
Oh yeah, I think when it's like a secret rare or something, it goes above the number.
That's cool. All right.
All right, let's see what you can find.
Oh,
whoa,
that would be cool.
Somebody like modded a different shiny color for Scizor, and he's like chrome. It actually looks a lot better than the green. I'm not gonna lie. Bunch of action figures for Scizor, Mega Scizor, and
yellow?
Kleavor. That's Kleavor.
Is Kleavor yellow?
I think he was more of a tan.
Yeah.
There he looks kind of yellow. We just found one of those plush Scizor pins from the Bug Out collection.
That is pretty cool.
If I had more money, I would have bought so many things from that collection. It's been long enough now where I've let too much time lapse and things are becoming more expensive. But there was like this really cool Volcarona, like... what do you call it? It's like one of those stained glass, like something or other. Google like Pokemon Bug Out Volcarona. You'll no doubt find it. I could have bought it for like $30 before. Now it's like approaching 60, and I'm like, well, now I don't want to buy it.
Guys,
Wow,
I got to the end of Scizor and no lewds.
Not even
What
somebody
the hell is
drawing
wrong with you
like
guys?
a normal humanized, like womanly Scizor.
That's insane. All right, now Kleavor. And of course, once we get done with both of these, I have to go to the special R30 whatever website and see how many entries there are.
Yes, that I've said this for the last like 4 episodes. We've done this now, and this will probably be the last time I say it. But if you're new here, we never used to do this. But out of pure morbid curiosity, we search Rule 30, to see how many weird and gross arts we can find of the Pokemon of the day.
We care about the number.
Yes, just the number.
Just the number, guys.
There's a number. We're not looking at the actual pic. Well, I'm not. Jokum is, but...
I bear that cross.
Yes.
Guys.
What?
There is no lewds of... Wait, hold on. That's... I don't even know what the hell I'm looking at here.
Somebody on Fur Affinity did draw...
I don't know what I'm looking at.
It looks like a combination of somebody's Fursona and Kleavor.
Like it's getting turned into it. Kleavor, Even Mightier in Rubber by Dizzy Dreadful.
Yeah, I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Oh my, what is this one?
I think this is a transformation fetish.
Oh.
Which, again, I can comprehend even less than like fat fetishes and whatnot. Like, where does that even come from?
It's not a fetish, bro. Haven't you ever wanted to transform?
I transform you into a woman.
Okay. Why would you do that? Now I have gender dysphoria. How could you do that to me?
I'm gonna send you home to Jania. Like, hey, he's a woman now.
Okay. All right. And now I'm looking up.
Yep. Go ahead and do Scizor first.
All right.
He's gonna be on the Rule 30 some odd website. I don't know why we're so scared to say the actual name.
I don't know. Is it like I don't know how censorship works.
Yeah. All right. I'm expecting maybe 50 to 60, somewhere in that range.
Sorry, I'm just getting.
You're just looking. You're just looking.
This is brutal. 339 for Scizor.
Are you serious? for Scizor?
Yeah. And okay, Seeking had like 38.
Yeah.
Most of those didn't have Seeking in it, or it was just people doing stuff, and Seeking was there in the background. This is all Scizor action.
Yeesh. Stop looking at it. That's not the point.
Crazy. You know how much Kleavor has?
Please tell me it's not that much.
It's 8.
8?
8.
Oh, that's
insane.
nothing.
People don't like, I mean, Kleavor is kind of ugly, right? Scizor's kind of androgynous. It can go either way.
Yeah.
Whereas Kleavor is kind of just male-coded.
I can see Kleavor being drawn as like a big hairy male. You know?
The Scizor stuff is just so graphic. There's not even a really funny one I can show you.
Is there stuff for Scyther?
Okay.
Now, we got.
Oh, good point. Does Scyther have more?
This is the issue with this segment is do we look up every part of the evolution line?
Well, Scyther is adult enough looking.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Scizor has 339. Remember that number.
339. Kleavor
Scyther has 310.
Wow.
Scizor wins over.
Scizor.
That's a beheaded woman.
Excuse me?
That
on the rule? I don't want to see that.
It's just I see there's a Scyther.
Is it like a gore fetish?
I think it's. I don't.
I think. Okay, guys. I think I've changed my
Jeez.
mind, and I think humanity needs to be destroyed. I think actually humanity was left alone for too long.
Scyther's so morbid. God, Scizor's was tame in comparison to that. Guys, I'm out.
Yeah.
All I wanted is fetish stuff. Nice.
Okay, well,
what the hell?
Those numbers are a lot higher than I thought they'd be. I think we scarred Jokum for life. Let's break and do something a bit more fun.
This is the part of the show where the boys discuss how edible the pocket monsters that we focused on won't belong. Turn up and come along to the segment of the show.
Yes, indeed, it's that time where we clean things up a bit.
Yes.
And marry a Pokemon.
Yes.
Who are you marrying in this situation?
Probably just, I don't know, we've been doing Scyther with everything else.
Oh, okay. All right.
He's not like a baby
round
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's not a baby, but he was always the original.
Scyther seems toxic, seems angry. It has permanent resting B-word face.
And it has blade hands.
Blade hands. I imagine her having those really long, sharp fingernails.
We're not talking Kajinka. We're talking Gastinka.
Shoot, you're right.
Yeah.
We're talking just a normal Pokemon.
Yeah. Scyther, 1.5. It's not
2.
utterly...
It's not just an animal. It's at least human-shaped.
Standing up? Okay, I'll meet you at 2.
I could kiss it.
You can't hold its hand.
Can't hold its hand. I don't even want to hug it, to be honest.
Bed, no.
No. I give it a 2.
A 2.
Scizor, a lot better in my mind.
Honestly,
Smooth.
I think it could be a 3.5 to a 4.
I give it a 4, if I'm being completely honest. Honestly, I could hold that little claw. I don't think it's going to crush my hand. I can hold its claw.
It's more human looking. It's less bug lizard looking.
I get that it's made of metal, so it might be cold, but it could also be warm.
It has to regulate its heat, so maybe,
it does.
Maybe it's warm.
It gets warm.
Aww.
So it might not be too bad to cuddle. I still don't think it's as good as something that's, with soft, fleshy skin.
Yeah.
But you can walk
Got a nice
with
thorax.
It can probably hold a pot to cook with or a stirring utensil.
Surprised you didn't mention anything about the thorax comment, but okay.
I kind of wasn't thinking about that. Thorax is cute.
Okay. Okay, so 4.
4.
Kleavor.
1.5. I think it's
1.5.
worse. I think it's worse
a
than
rock.
Scyther. Yeah, the rock is so unappealing. The axes are worse
It's
than
got
the...
stupid eyebrows.
Yeah, the axes are worse than the scythes. 1.5.
1.5. Cool. Gajinka.
Scyther. Long fingernails, way too sharp.
Yeah.
Kind of has resting B-word face. Kind of...
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm not interested.
Scizor. Get overheats a lot.
Overheat, yeah. It gets so hot to carry around a fan.
I'm trying to remember what were Scyther's things. Basically,
It can just chop things. I mean, really good at cutting up the veggies for the stew.
Yeah, that's fine. Pretty much neutral.
Yeah, neutral.
Hard-headed. I don't know.
Collects chunks of metal.
Really?
No,
just because they're a steel type, does it?
Well, no, because it evolves using the metal coat. Wears a coat that's made of metal.
Okay.
I think it's successful enough.
I think it's fine. Yeah, there's no red flags.
Yeah.
Kleavor,
very violent, very angry. Run on sight if you see it.
No, she's a walking red flag.
Yeah, I think...
Unsuccessful.
I think she's unsuccessful. I think she is literally going to pick up a Kleavor and, threaten you one day.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yep.
Cool. Speedrun. Now, edible.
Okay, I'm saying for a Kleavor, not possible.
No, Kleavor, inedible. That's a 0. Or
Yeah.
a 1. it's like garbage. It's not.
See, because
maybe there's a little bit of bug meat in there.
See, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Kleavor doesn't really have bug meat inside.
You
Well,
don't
then
think
how
so?
is it a bug type?
Kleavor's got some bug meat in there. There's some bug meat somewhere, but it's just bug meat somewhere. I'm gonna say it's like a 3.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's good bug meat.
No. Scizor, probably the same deal.
I think Scizor's got better meat. I think there's some good.
You think
meat
there's
in
meat
there.
in them claws?
Oh, I think there's meat in them claws.
Probably crab adjacent
I think it's crab
meat in
adjacent.
those
I mean,
claws.
most bugs are technically, and I can't remember which level it is, but Crustaceae or something.
Yeah.
So, like, if you eat bug meat, Adam Ragosi has a good video on this. He ate a little tiny bit of bug meat, and he's like, no, it just tastes like crab.
I like bug meat.
Yeah.
I like bugs.
I would eat, I would think...
Would we give that a 5? Because
I think it's 5. It's baseline edible, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why Kleavor's not necessarily... Kleavor doesn't... It just has thorax meat. I don't want to eat thorax meat. I want claw meat.
Yeah, I don't think it being... I would prefer to eat the meat surrounded by metal than meat that's surrounded by rocks.
Yeah. And then, okay, so that's a... What would you say? 4 for Scizor?
I said 5.
5? Yeah, 5.
Baseline. I might even be willing to say 5.5, but whatever.
Scyther. It's just I'm most interested in that claw meat, right? Those muscle.
It doesn't have claws though.
It doesn't have claws,
it's a
right?
big,
So that's why
long
I'm
scythe.
saying.
Oh, I see.
It's got what, thorax meat? I don't know how. That's where it keeps all its guts. I don't know how much like meat there is in there. So I'm gonna say it's a 4 because I think there's like abdomen meat maybe.
Yeah, maybe 3.5.
Maybe some meat around the wings.
I don't even think there's much meat around them wings.
3.5.
3.5. I agree with that.
Deadable. No.
I don't think I'm beating a single one.
I don't think I'm beating a single one either. Scyther? It's gonna. What was it saying about Scyther? Like what was the things it did? It just flew around and it was like a ninja.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
it's
fast. It's over 100 speed.
Scyther 0% chance and maybe a 5% chance
Metal bat.
with a metal bat.
Yeah, I think barehanded. What am I gonna do? Grab one of the scythes while it's swinging it towards me?
Yeah.
No, there's no blocking that. I can't block it with my forearm. No, that's not happening.
So, yeah. 0%.
5 with a metal bat, just because he can slice through a metal bat. I'm sure.
Yeah, well, there's a chance you hit first somehow.
There's a chance I hit first. There's a chance I can bonk him on the head while I'm ducking and he's going for my neck. I don't know.
Scizor 0% chance, 0% chance.
Yeah, we can't do anything with a metal bat.
Kleavor 0% chance, 0% chance.
Rock is weak to steel. We have a steel bat.
Yeah, but like,
and
our attack is already not that high, and what's his defense?
Probably very high.
No, I think he's chopping.
Yeah, barehanded, that's a 0. But metal bat, I don't know. I feel like I have a better chance of like putting a dent in. Oh, and obsidian is really hard though.
Obsidian is brittle. It'll
Is
break
it?
apart. Yeah.
I just think of Minecraft obsidian and how long it takes to mine.
Yeah, no. Minecraft obsidian is weird.
All right. Okay, good point. Maybe swinging the metal bat at his axe could be a viable strategy.
But he could still crush us.
Yeah.
Even if it's blunt, it's gonna.
I'm gonna give myself a 15% chance to beat Kleavor.
That's crazy. I'm gonna give myself a 0% chance.
With a metal bat?
With a metal bat? No, yeah, it's a big scary bug.
No, I'm giving myself a 15% chance.
Most rock type Pokemon, I think, are very low odds of winning. Have you swung a metal bat at like a big piece of rock?
We've had this conversation before.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Okay, that's insane. Maybe if I had a pickaxe.
Prep time.
Okay, prep time. I'm not usually coming in with a pickaxe. Prep time. Realistically, I don't know what I can get that can kill a Kleavor.
Landmine.
I don't think that's legal. You could get a landmine.
I have a landmine dealer.
Okay, no, you don't.
My uncle works at Landmines R Us.
All right, so Frank is lying. Some tannerite. Even then, that's not gonna do anything.
C4 even.
Again, this is stuff that
you can get C4 through legal means. The Mythbusters did it. You just have to talk to the cops or whatever and be like, "Hey guys, I need to kill this Kleavor." They're like, "Okay, I understand." They'll give me some C4.
I don't think that's happening. But Scizor, do you think you could kill a Scizor with prep time?
Flamethrower. It's times for a week to fire. Flamethrower.
That's a good
I
point.
always want to bring up the flamethrower. This time I think it's our best option.
might be the actual legitimately best option.
It literally, when it mega evolves, has so much energy flowing through it, it will melt itself. It's able to be melted.
Yeah.
Scyther, maybe same story. You hit a bug with any form of fire, its wings are gone instantly. Its sides, I feel like, probably wouldn't even stand up to much scrutiny.
We might be able to like basically Molotov it and just cook it alive.
Soak it in gasoline.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna Molotov it and just flamethrower it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Kleavor the landmine.
I also will just get a shotgun. I think I can kill Scyther with a shotgun.
Fair, but I don't think you're killing either Scizor or a Kleavor with a gun.
They're bulletproof.
That's not their ability,
You can't kill Kleavor with a gun, but you can hit it with a metal bat and kill it.
I can shatter its axes, and once it doesn't have its axes, it's done for.
No, once it doesn't have its axes, it's still hitting you with rock arms. That's great. If it can chop down a tree with those sharpened axes, it can crush your body.
15% chance.
That's insane.
Thank you all so very much for listening to this episode of Certified Pokemoments. If you want more Pokemon content, why don't you go over to my YouTube channel of the same name, Certified Pokemoments. And if you want more Joachim content, him and I do still cook on this now more Pokemon-related channel. We do this little series called Taboo Foods. We cook strange and odd foods. Stuff like bull testicles and grasshopper and cricket tacos. We talk about eating bugs all the time. Well, we've done it in real life. And with all that being said, guys, once again, thank you so very much for listening. Please make sure to rate this 5 stars or like it on YouTube if you're listening there. This has been your Certified Pokemoment. Meow.
What's the cat doing here?
I just figured I'd bring back the cat.
Get the cat out.